Hey everybody, I'm Emily, the creator behind Flawed Yet Functional, and as promised yesterday, I'm here to show you my top 10 kitchen gift items. As you're going to see from tons of other bloggers that they'll be promoting all kinds of products. I'm doing the same thing because it does cost money to keep Flawed Yet Functional open. However, I really want to be purposeful about promoting products I use, are valuable and durable and really good for any kitchen. So, without further ado, let me show you my top 10 kitchen items. I'm going to begin with the products that are near and dear to my heart because they make coffee. And I love coffee, and so does my husband, and we like our coffee to be perfect. So, these are the things we use to make perfect coffee every time. The first thing is a kitchen scale. We actually weigh the amount of beans we put in each pot and the water as we brew it so that we get the exact ratio and it's precise every time. The coffee tastes how we want it to every single time. Kitchen scale is a really reasonable gift item. This guy runs about $13. Not expensive, but helps you cook with much more precision. The next thing for my coffee making is just a kettle. This goes on the stove. This isn't electric or fancy or anything. But the special thing about this kettle is the spout. This is called a gooseneck kettle. And if you're making pour over coffee, it's really nice to have a spout like this because it controls the flow of the water. So it's nice and gentle as it's hitting the brew bed and doesn't disturb it as much. So again, this is great for any coffee fanatic or someone who loves tea. And again, not a super expensive item, less than $30 for a kettle like this. The next thing is a coffee grinder. And we kind of go big or go home here at our house, so this is a really great coffee grinder. It grinds beans very consistently, which is why we purchased it, and it has an adjustment dial here, so you can grind your coffee beans finer. You could even make espresso, use it to make espresso, or go coarser for like pour over coffee or a French press. And again, we like our coffee precise, so we grind our beans precisely. Just a quick note, there is a post up at flawedyetfunctional.com showing all of these items, but at 2 different price points because everybody's budget is different for Christmas, and each of these items are vastly different in price. And there is sometimes a cheaper or more expensive item that does the same job. So check out that post to see a different price point for each of these items. Moving on. The next thing is we need a coffee maker. We love pour over coffee. So we use the Chemex glass coffee maker. This is a pretty big one. This is like a 40-ounce coffee pot, and it is durable. We've had it for years. These things all come off so you can wash it super easy. But as a gift item, sure, you could give them this big guy, to use at their house. These also come in really little glass coffee makers for like 2 cups that you could keep at your office. So when you want a perfect cup of coffee, you could even make it there. So the Chemex coffee maker. All right, now here's the final item that we use to make coffee, but it is a super, super useful kitchen tool. This is probably my second most used tool in the kitchen, and it's an instant read thermometer. Every kitchen needs this. So yes, we use a scale to weigh the beans and weigh the water as we pour our coffee. We also measure the temperature of the water. If the water is too hot, then the beans get burnt. If it's too cold, then it's not powerful enough to really extract all the coffee flavor out of the beans. This is a ThermoWorks ThermaPen, and it's the classic version. We've had this for years. Like, I was trying to think back how many years. It's at least 8 years old, and it's going strong. We've replaced the battery once in 8 years. It is a great, useful tool. I mean, you use it to check if your meat's done, if your baked goods are done. Not just for coffee, a ThermaPen needs to be in every kitchen. Next, moving on, we're going to stay in the thermometer category for a minute, leaving all the coffee items aside. Now going on to, this is a leave-in thermometer. The instant read is great for a quick read. Are things finished? Are things done? But if you want to cook, say, your turkey here in a few weeks, or any big roast, a whole chicken, anything that you're going to want to monitor the temperature over a long period of time, you need a leave-in thermometer. We own the ThermoWorks smoke system, which is a 2-probe system. You can plug 2 probes into here. One probe will monitor the grill or the oven temperature, and the other one will measure your meat temperature. This stays by the cooking appliance, and then it also has a little handheld monitor that will display the information, the temperatures here on the screen, but also sounds an alarm when either your meat is done, or even if you're cooking on the grill and the temperature fluctuates, gets too cold or too hot, it will tell you. So thermometers are really necessary in every kitchen. If you love to cook, or you know someone who loves to cook or wants to learn to cook better, thermometers are really needed for good cooking. These tools are all going to go on sale soon. If you want to be notified of those sales, you need to sign up for my email list. I'll let you know. The classic ThermoPen is going to be super cheap here in a couple weeks. So to get on my email list, just go to flawed-yet-functional.com, sign up anywhere you see a pop-up box or an email sign up, and you'll get that information when it comes out. Next here, the next thing I'm super passionate about in my kitchen is food that tastes good. We eat tons of vegetables and meat, and we like them to taste awesome every time. And a big part of that is proper seasoning. You can go all out with spices and mixing herbs and different things, but salt and pepper go a really long way. We love to use a fresh ground black pepper from a pepper mill. This is, again, a well-loved item. You probably can't see it there, but there are nicks and dings in this pepper mill. It has been through a lot. We've had this guy for close to 10 years now, and it's going strong. What I love the most about it, it's made out of solid wood, and it's made here in the US, which is awesome, and it has all metal grinding plates, and it's adjustable here, so if you want to do coarser grind, you can just loosen it a bit and then crank it out, or grind it down for a much finer pepper outcome. It's great. Every kitchen needs a pepper grinder. Next, we are going to look at food prep. And this is my most used item. My ThermoPen is probably my second used item, but I love and am very particular about the knife that I use. I personally love the Santoku blade, and this is a Damascus style 7-inch Santoku blade knife made by Zen. This is my current favorite. I use this knife all the time. I use it for everything. It's a multi-purpose knife. So if you or someone you love really wants to be good in the kitchen, get them a great knife. This one will run you a lot more money, but I just started off with a less than $30 Santoku blade knife. And as long as you get it sharpened, either learn yourself or find someone locally, and take care of it, wash it right away when you're done using it, that knife, even when less than $30, will last you a really long time and will just allow you to really improve your knife skills. You really need a big knife for chopping vegetables and even fruit and meat as well. Moving on from that is a much bigger item. Whoops, I might drop it. Is our Vitamix. I am really minimalistic when it comes to my kitchen tools. So I know that a food processor and a high-speed blender, they can somewhat overlap in the jobs that they can do. And we, for a while, have just chosen to use a high-speed blender and not have a food processor. Sure, it doesn't do everything exactly the same as a food processor, but I don't like having another appliance in my kitchen that I'm not using all the time. So, don't think that this is a unitasker and it only makes smoothies. It does all kinds of stuff. We actually have the one that has the extra dry goods container. So we have ground flour and nuts. We've made homemade Lara bars. We've done smoothies. We've pureed soup bases. All kinds of stuff in here. We've made hummus. It can do just about everything. And yes, definitely a higher price point for this. But again, this is durable. Ours is over 10 years old now. We've had 2 warranty issues, and they have worked with us wonderfully, and we've had no problems. Things have been repaired and replaced promptly. So, highly recommend the Vitamix as a food processor slash blender for your kitchen. Now, my last item, and this this one is a little bit newer and kind of more of a fad item, but it has been so fun. This summer we decided to buy a spiralizer. We had just reintroduced nightshades into our diet, and we're starting to eat like marinara sauce and spaghetti and meatballs, and we wanted a new way to do noodles because we don't eat grains, and we thought that this, those spiralized noodles look so great. So we sprang for this guy. Not expensive again. This guy's less than $30. It has different plates so you can make different size noodles. You can store them under here, and there's even a container with more ways to slice and dice. It's easy to use. You just crank it and push it. And the best thing about it is when I make noodles with this, we eat way more vegetables. Like, it's amazing. I'll think, oh, maybe 2 zucchinis to feed my family, and we're putting marinara sauce over it or something. And we annihilate them all, and they're asking for more. So this has been a super fun way to get more vegetables into our diet. So if you're looking for something like that, or maybe the person you're buying for has all the kitchen tools, what do you buy them? The spiralizer is a really fun gift. All right, so there you have it. Those are my top 10 kitchen items. They're not super new or flashy, like they've been on the market forever, but they are durable and they are worthwhile. They are worth the money. So if you want to hop on over to flawedyetfunctional.com and check out the post so you can see these items, but then also another one at a different price point. It might be higher, might be lower. Some of these are the high-end ones, some of them are not. And you will find the perfect gift for whoever loves to cook in your life. And if you have any questions, I'll save the video, just drop it in the comments, or hop on over to Flawed Yet Functional and comment there, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thanks for watching!